Welcome to Gen X TrustFall, the podcast dedicated to planned and unplanned midlife changes and the ability to trust in the unknown. I'm Carla Loomis. With summer approaching, I thought it was time to drag out the old suitcase and take a trip back to the 70s and 80s. Summer vacations for Gen Xers meant a wood-paneled station wagon, some wild cousins, and plenty of unsupervised fun. On this week's episode, I chat with Crazy D, my brother Nick Mariottini, and TrustFall favorite Joe Felice about their childhood vacations. Forget about the seatbelt, prepare for some secondhand smoke, and pop that 8-track tape in the player. We're going on vacation. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you enjoy. Always laughing when I'm with you, so okay. Okay, so I'm just going to start and say, Crazy D, thank you for being here. I'm so happy that you decided to share one of your childhood, probably your fondest childhood memory.
Probably not this one, but that's okay.
A fond childhood memory of traveling, like a vacation, family vacation.
Yes.
So the microphone is all yours.
Okay. So it was summer of 1977. I was 6 still. I was 6 years old.
Okay.
Because I turned 7 that August. But anyway, so every other year, my mom worked for Gilroy High School. My dad worked as a teacher for South Valley, but maybe he wasn't there then. I don't know. They both worked for Gilroy Unified School District.
Okay.
And every summer we would drive from California. My grandma would come with us. We'd drop her off in Oklahoma, spend a couple days with her sisters, my mom's aunts.
Yeah.
And then we would go on to Louisiana to see my dad's sister and her husband, who my dad's parents were gone before I was ever born.
Okay.
But she was like my best friend, the best aunt ever. We always had so much fun together, and she was just amazing. Anyway, she let me be me and be silly and whatever. So we leave California, and this is like the year I believe that my parents started antiquing.
Okay.
Because they were antique collectors.
Okay.
They would do the Samuel Batista show every year, and sell their things.
Oh, they were like vendors, so they bought and sold. Okay,
yes, and then they would do the Moss Landing flea market.
Okay, every
year, and it just okay. So this is when I figured out: is this what the rest of my life is going to be like? Because from California.
I think you need to mention that you're an only child.
Oh, I am an only child.
Yes.
Lucky me.
Yes.
So we left. So I always ask questions like, how long is it going to get to take to get to, Aunt B's house, right? So my dad, it'll be like, we're going to stop every night. So probably 2 overnights, and then we're there on the 3rd day.
Okay.
Well, 5 days later, okay, we're in Oklahoma.
Okay.
It's freaking hot.
Right.
The car was having issues overheating. My grandma was 97 when she passed away, but she was probably, if my mom was 29 when I was born, that would make my grandma 60. Okay. So let's just say she's almost 70 years old.
Okay.
So we finally get to, and I'm like, it's hot.
Yeah.
I'm crying. I'm cranky. And it's gross. It's boring.
Right.
Going into people's garages, stopping at flea markets.
Yeah.
And going to creepy fucking antique shops on the side of the road. In other states.
You're 6. You're only 6.
I'm 6. So that was California.
Yeah.
Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. And then we went up to Oklahoma.
Okay.
So my I don't really remember how my grandma was feeling, but I just remember walking into her sister's house. She's like, oh, thank God we're finally here. And they're like, oh, we didn't know what happened. You were supposed to be here two days ago.
Right.
Right. So anyway, then it was time to go to my Auntie Verna's house. It was Verna and Clifton, shoemaker.
Okay.
They were the best people. Like, this is like, they did well for themselves.
Okay.
And their house was wonderful. They always drove Cadillacs.
Ooh.
You know, air conditioner ran 24/7.
Yeah.
So in Oklahoma, there wasn't those things. Okay?
Right. And tell me again where they lived? Where?
They lived in a town called Bastrop, Louisiana.
Okay.
So, and Oklahoma was Atoka, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I asked my dad, how long does it take to get to Auntie's? And he said, 1 day. And we're only going to stay the night in Baton Rouge because we want to go. There was some kind of like, I don't know, citywide garage sale or something going on.
Can I ask, where are they putting this stuff? Are they buying stuff?
That's why we drove. We had a big old honkin' station wagon.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Chevy station wagon. It was huge. It was a tank, right?
Right.
So
we had one of those too.
Right. So I have to tell you, as we're driving, like, hail is breaking the windshield.
Oh, no.
On the radio, like, the noise is coming on to take cover.
Oh, God.
Because there's tornadoes. That was like at least, I'm going to say twice.
Okay.
And the car doesn't work. And then we have California plates.
Right.
Okay, even back in the 70s, nobody likes people from California. You know, and then my dad, even though he was a teacher, he had a full beard and mustache, and his hair was not long, but it also wasn't like how, you know.
Yeah.
So we would pull into, they call them service stations.
Yes.
And they're like, no, keep going. And then
we don't want those hippies from California.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, like, he'd be like, can I at least use your phone? And he'd be like, well, and there's to like call, you know, a tow truck.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a payphone like on the next corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we finally get the car fixed. And we get to Baton Rouge. I remember my dad was probably driving 75 miles an hour to get to Baton Rouge that night.
Yeah.
So I'd had enough. I had enough, right? And I had a blanket in the back. And I don't know what possessed me to do this. I think it was just because I was losing my mind.
Right.
So I started punching myself in the face and in the nose, and I was covered up under a blanket.
Okay.
And then, so I knew I was bleeding, so I got it on my hands. I'm smearing it all over my hands and my arms, and then all over my face and in my hair, down like on my chest, like my clothes. I had a white T-shirt with like, who was that? I think it had like, what was that thing? It was the New Zoo Review was on my white T-shirt. Do you remember that show, New Zoo Review?
I think so.
With like, there was like an owl and a hippo and a frog.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that. I think I was too old for that by that because I'm a little older than you. But yeah, I do remember that actually.
3 years. Stop.
Yeah. Well,
But to be fair, I asked Johnny if he remembered that, and he was like, no, I didn't watch that stupid shit. Well, he would have gotten beaten up for doing that, you know, because he was the youngest.
I remember the name. I don't remember the specifics. I do remember the name.
So anyway, then I fell asleep.
Yeah. Oh,
And then I
God.
heard my dad saying, dinner? And he's smoking cigarettes the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Lots of smoking back then.
Can't
Yes.
breathe, right?
Yes. Yes.
Dinner, we're almost there. Get up.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I had done that. So I cannot remember the name of the hotel, but it was one where you actually, instead of saying it's some roadside bug-infested
Right.
hooker hangout motel, we pulled up at a really nice, really fancy hotel. And, the South is very serious about, being, polite and ladylike. Children are to be seen
Proper.
and not heard. So we get out of the car and I'm getting out. And my mom goes, oh my God, what happened? And I look and I'm like, I go, well, I told you I wasn't feeling good.
And you have blood all over.
All over me, dried blood everywhere. And like the top of my cheekbones were both really swollen.
Oh my God.
Right? And she goes, what happened? I told you I didn't feel good.
Oh.
She's like, oh my God. So they go, well, which was good because they got us into the room right away,
Yeah, with the bloody kid.
And my dad made me put on, I had a little raincoat with a hood on it and zipper. He made me put that on to walk through. And it was 807 degrees humid,
Oh my God.
So then I'm sweating and I'm crying.
Right.
And so we get to the room and, took a bath. But then my feral ass mother. Okay, they say that, are we Gen X or Gen Z?
We're Gen X.
Okay, so Gen X. They say that we're feral. Oh no, we fucking learned from the best. I'm telling you right now. Okay. She calls my aunt that we were already supposed to be at their house days ago.
Right.
And so we're running a little late. Dana wasn't feeling well, so we had to stop in Baton Rouge for the night.
Oh my God.
And get her cleaned up. She had a bloody nose and, all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? So, they once we finally got there the next day, they explained, what happened. They're like, oh my God. And then my aunt insisted on taking me to her friend whose husband was a doctor.
Okay.
So, actually it was her friend and they all go to church together,
Yeah.
So, he just said, I don't know. He goes, maybe it was heat stroke.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was done. We never talked about it again.
You didn't?
No, we never talked about it again.
Your mom did not tell that story to people?
No, because she thought she was ignoring me. She was mortified. Right?
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, it was a great trip because from there we went to Disney World in Florida.
Oh, that's good.
And we went to Natchez, Mississippi, where they have the paddle boat.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, that was like 77. So anyway, it's a destination place. I know a lot of movies have been filmed in Natchez and anyway, we stayed 5 days at Disney World.
Wow.
And so by the fourth day, I'm still 6. Okay. I was tired.
Yeah.
Of walking and I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And so, they went to go rent a stroller for me.
Okay.
And there weren't any.
Oh, no.
So, I don't know. We kept walking or we sat down and this lady walked off and left the stroller. I don't know if she went on a ride or whatever, but we were sitting there for a good hour and she walks over and rips the tag off the stroller and puts me in it and we walk off.
Oh, your mom did that?
No, my aunt. Oh, my mom would never do that. She was pissed she was pissed off that I was tired of walking.
Oh, okay.
And my aunt was trying to help me.
Okay. And so
my dad never would get in between his sister and my mom.
Okay.
Ever. Because his sister actually was like, I'm going to say she was 17 years older than him.
Okay.
So that was her baby. That was her first child, you know?
Yeah.
Because my grandmother just, I think she was probably in her late 40s when she got pregnant with him.
Okay.
And she kind of went cuckoo a little bit.
Yeah. As I would too, probably.
Right. And I mean, she just, let's just say, to be nice, because I never knew her, she just wasn't capable of being the mother that he needed at that time.
Right.
So my aunt.
Yeah. The older sister took that role.
Yeah. So the 17-year-old sister and the 15-year-old sister took that on.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
And
so they stole
well, anyway, but then
for you.
Listen to this. Then they're telling me about what a wet nurse was.
At 6 years old?
Yes. And I just was like, okay. Anyway, so we walk off and stole the stroller.
Oh, well, hey. I mean, you got to do what you have to do.
And I spent the rest of that, because there was nothing in the bottom of the stroller. So my mom put her purse, whatever everybody was carrying went in the bottom of that stroller.
Yeah.
So it was never a question. And we left.
Oh my God.
She left it in the same spot that she took it from.
Well, I mean, when you have a whiny kid, you'll do anything.
Right. And I probably was whining and crying, and I had had enough.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, fast forward 17 years, the evening after I graduated from high school. So my aunt and uncle came out for my high school graduation.
Okay.
My grandma was here, of course, because she lived in Gilroy, and she,
your other grandma,
my other grandma, my mom's mom. So anyway, when we went back, we drove back to pick up my grandma, and of course it was taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got there, my grandma said, "Sister," because that's what she called my mom. She goes, "Dana and I are going to fly. I've already bought tickets."
Oh my gosh.
So we flew from Oklahoma City into San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when we flew in, or when my uncle picked us up, the freeway that's 101 now had just opened.
Okay.
You no longer had to go down Monterey. You took the new 101.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was pretty cool for a kid.
Wow. Yeah, of course.
Because I'm like, where are we?
Yeah.
So anyway, I graduated from high school, and we're talking, and my aunt goes, "Oh, remember that trip?" and my grandma goes, "Oh yes." She goes, my daughter was really just out of control with that. She goes, "That's why." She goes, "I couldn't take being in the car anymore. I didn't want to get in the car again to come home. And that's why I bought tickets for Dana and I to fly home."
Yeah.
And I'm sitting and I got this big smile on my face. And I go, "You know what? Remember how I was bleeding all over?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." I go, "I punched myself in the face and did that, and then smeared all the blood all over me."
My God.
Right?
Oh,
my dad, my aunt, my grandma, and my aunt's husband were cracking up.
Oh.
And I looked over, and my mom's face was beet red. And she goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And my grandma and my aunt are like, "Oh, Rita. Yeah, right. And I go, "No, I'm not." And my grandma goes, "Rita, you were being selfish." You were being so selfish putting a baby through that.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't a baby, right?
Well, kind of.
And she goes, I did not want to get in a car again. And, that was a month later. My mom did not talk to me. So my party was the next day.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, I'm canceling that party.
Oh, no.
And everyone's like, no, you won't. No, you won't. She didn't do anything. And she sat and
my God.
let my mom, my grandma, my aunt, my dad do everything.
Oh, my God.
And I could hear her whispering to her besties, saying what happened. And everybody's laughing. She did not think that it was funny. It's fucking funny. And it shows my mentality at that age, right?
Well,
and I'm thinking,
yes.
I'm going to get even with this bitch right now. Okay?
And you haven't really changed.
It takes a feral to raise a feral.
We're going to end on that note right there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a crazy story. Oh, I can't believe you did that.
You just have no clue. It was just ridiculous. I mean,
Nick, welcome back.
Thank you. Actually, I don't think I've been here.
You haven't actually.
Studio before.
Isn't it cute?
It is. It's wonderful.
I know.
It's amazing.
It's girly. It's nice.
No, it has some dude-ish
Like
stuff.
what?
Like I'm looking at your LaSalle's Bear, U-Bar, Riley's sign. I mean, it's got some dude-ish stuff to it.
I wouldn't say that's dude-ish.
I'd say it's pretty down the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't have, guitars or baseball hats or, all the other stuff that we have in the rest of the house.
Yeah,
so.
but it's not feminine.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Bummer. I need
Not
some more
not by
flowers.
today's standards.
Okay. Anyway, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here. And today, in preparation for summer, we are going to talk about our family vacations. So, let's start out by saying, I think we went on an airplane once as a family.
I don't remember going on an airplane more than once.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. So we never went. There were 4 kids, 2 parents. We went on one trip on an airplane together.
That's probably right.
And I think that was for multiple reasons. One being our parents bought a vacation home when we were young. And so that was our vacation every holiday, definitely every summer, every Christmas vacation, every long holiday. We were at the cabin. So mostly with mom. And then dad would come up on the weekend. So it wasn't that far from our house, so we could drive in the station wagon to the cabin.
You're going to remember far more than I do about our childhood.
All right.
But yes.
So my senior year, I got accepted to Chico, but it was on the basis that I had to get good grades my last semester. So I got accepted, but I couldn't screw around the second semester. I still had to maintain a B average in order for them to take me, for sure. And I find out that in either March or April, we're going on a trip for either 1 or 2 weeks. And I don't know which one it was. Do you? No. Okay. So I had to get out of school, get all my homework my senior year. And so if I was 18, you were 14.
I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
I remember the trip.
Okay.
Well, I remember enough about the trip to remember that I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Paul must have been a freshman. And Muggs was 10. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So what can you say about the Mariottini trips?
Well, that one happened the way it happened because Dad had a pharmacy convention event going on in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
And so, all I knew was we're going to Orlando and then we're going to Mexico.
Right. Okay.
That's all I knew.
Yeah. And that's
nothing more.
Right.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah. And so we flew to Orlando. We must have stopped in Dallas because in Dallas, Dad put something in a locker. I don't know. It was in the middle of the airport. He stashed something in a locker.
Technically, he was a drug dealer.
Technically, he was. But he put something in a locker and he told Paul, you are responsible for this. You have to pick this up on the way home.
Yeah, I'm a pharmacist. Mm-hmm. I'm putting this in a locker.
Yeah.
And you, my freshman in high school, are responsible for making sure that it gets transferred properly
back. Correct. I don't know what it was. I have no idea what it was. I still don't. But anyway, I remember him telling Paul, this is the combination, or giving him the key or something. And
how important could that item have been?
I don't know. But I know that for some reason it couldn't get transported to Orlando, and then after that it couldn't get transported to Florida. Was it a gun? Was it like cocaine? Was it a piece of paper? Like, what was it?
I think you need to do another episode around
I know.
Just that.
What was in the locker. Okay, so we do that, then we fly to Florida. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we had to go to the trade show with Dad because it was a write-off. I'm sure we had to go. The only reason we got to go was he could write it off.
I can't even imagine.
I'm sure. And then we went to the Epcot Center, which I barely remember.
Yeah, Epcot Center was a blur.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot about it except for the big domey looking Epcot thing. But I think we all wanted to go to Disney World. Disney World was there at the time.
Yes.
But no, we couldn't go to Disney World. We had to go to the place that was based in science that none of us had an interest in. Right.
Someone, I'm going to take a guess who made the executive decision of who that we're going to Epcot.
Nope. Epcot's way too important. To miss.
And I think we only did 1 day, right? Or did we do 2 days?
I don't even know.
I think it was 1 day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so then we go to Mexico, and our other brother was a puker. Mm-hmm. And so
our oldest brother,
puked on the airplane in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember this, but you do. So you could tell that story.
I remember, I don't even know if it was on the way there.
It was probably both.
But yeah, he was my nemesis as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he hated me. I definitely hated him more than I loved him at the time. And I remember looking over at him. He threw up into the barf bag that comes from the front pocket or from the back pocket of a person. Yes. Pulls it out. He pukes in it. He looks over at me and he folds it back up the way that it should be. I mean, I don't think barf bags have changed on
I don't think so
airplanes
either.
Since then.
Yeah, they're kind of waxy.
Much, if at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, he rolls it back up and he tucks it neatly back into the seat pocket.
That is so gross.
And he looks over at me with this shit-eating grin, like somebody's going to pick this up and be surprised.
And I'm sure they did.
Yeah. And I don't know if they clean the planes the way they do now. I have no idea, but I just remember being like, kind of like I was disgusted, but at the same time I was kind of like, did we just make a connection too? Like, does he think I'm cool now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't.
Probably not, but you were in on the secret.
Yeah.
So you were in on the secret.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It was a good time.
So we get to Mexico.
Yep.
We fly into Cancun.
Yep.
And there's 6 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubt we got, I'm pretty sure we only got a carry-on. Like, I'm pretty sure that at that time, or maybe they didn't even charge for luggage. I don't know. Probably we all had a gym bag of clothes. And we get a taxi that is maybe like a Toyota hatchback.
Like a Toyota Tercel.
I don't know. But I do know that.
Made for
4 people.
3.5 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have 6 plus the driver.
Yep.
And I think they had to tie the luggage on the top. And Richard and I sat in the back.
How do we not have pictures of this?
I do have a picture of that. And it's me.
Of the vehicle?
Yeah. I don't know where it is. I looked. I couldn't find it. But Muggs and I are in the luggage compartment. It was a hatchback, so we weren't in the trunk. But we were...
Wait, I was more forward than you?
Yeah. Yep.
Was I bigger than you?
You must have been, because Muggs and I got stuck in the back, and for an hour, we rode to Akumal, which is an hour away.
I don't remember the trip being that miserable. I do remember it being jungly.
It was very jungly.
Yeah.
And he also owned property down there, so that was a write-off. It had to be. He had to write the whole thing off. But
they owned the little casita.
They owned a little piece of the jungle.
Own?
They owned like a couple acres.
Oh, okay. They didn't own the casita. Okay,
no.
I got it.
So then
Wait, he owned what?
Like a couple acres or something.
Of jungle?
In the jungle. There was nothing there. It was just land.
Of course he owned jungle property. He's a pharmacy tycoon. He owned a piece of jungle.
He had a little piece of the jungle. But I had gone there 2 years earlier with
my God.
Our family friends.
That's hilarious.
And so...
I thought he owned the casita.
No.
See,
no.
I've been lied to my whole life.
No. He owned a little piece of the jungle.
Okay.
And we probably went there, but I don't remember that. But
somebody along the way told me they owned the casita.
No. They rented that every year. So we stayed there. We did stay in that. And then so I learned how to scuba dive the year before. Mom and Dad knew how to scuba dive. And so you and Paul and Muggs
Paul, that's right. Paul didn't yet have that.
Yeah. Like you guys took the resort course or whatever. And then we would all go diving.
I remember the resort course. That was crazy. That was a crash course.
Yeah.
For like one day.
Yeah.
It was like 8 hours. We had to go to a facility in Akumal.
The dive shop, probably.
And they just crash coursed us.
Yeah.
And then our first dive was in the lagoon, the protected area. They had to make sure we could carry the tanks.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I remember this. Okay. And then we did like the quick core. Yeah. Anyways, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. And then Richard he couldn't carry his tank. He was too little.
That's right.
So he got stuck on the beach. I guess they just left him with whoever was hanging out on the beach, a 10-year-old in Mexico.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Probably at the bar.
I mean, back then it was fine.
Sure.
As long as they were stocked up on...
Mexico wasn't dangerous back then.
Stocked up on Tecates.
Yeah. And then, so, I'm pretty sure Paul probably got car sick on the way from the airport to Akumal. But then we go scuba diving. We're down there, and he, I think, sucked up all his air. And he's in the boat the longest, right? His air, was running out, and so he had to surface and sit in the boat. And it's a little rocky. And so he'd been in the boat, 10 or 15 minutes before the rest of us. So we get up there, and he's, not looking good. He's green. And we start heading into the little harbor where they dock the boats. And there's all these people out there waiting in the clear water where you could see 60 feet down. I mean, it was so clear. And we get right where all the families are playing and little babies, kids in the water. And he just pukes over the side of the boat into this clear water. Oh my God.
How
It was
I wish I could remember this
so
part.
embarrassing. I wanted to die. It was like,
What did I do? I must have been laughing.
you probably were, but it was so embarrassing.
I don't remember that part.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's so wonderful for him.
I know. He's going to love the story.
I love that for him.
And then,
at the time.
And then I don't remember anything else about that trip. I think we like did stuff, but I don't remember. And then on the way home,
That's crazy.
had a layover at the Dallas airport, and I'm in charge of 3 young boys that don't listen to me on a regular basis, and I have to make sure that we find the right plane. I think I'd only been on a plane once or twice before that, and we have to find this fucking locker in the middle of the Dallas airport, and Paul is stressing out because
Wait.
yeah, we had to go pick up the stuff that was still in there.
Back up. Where were Mom and Dad?
Oh, they stayed in Mexico. They put us on a plane.
Holy shit. I don't remember any of that.
Oh, yeah, they stayed.
I do not remember that.
They stayed for another week. And we flew home. And in Dallas, we had to find the locker.
Is this part of like trauma treatment?
No.
Like, did I just block that out?
Maybe.
Does Paul remember that?
I don't know. He didn't.
I mean, you're never going to get him on here to talk about it, but have you confirmed this?
I remember it.
I know you remember it, but like.
Yeah, Mom said, I sent you guys home with her. Yeah, she said that yesterday because I asked her about it. And she's like, yeah, I sent you guys home with her. I'm like, yeah, thanks. And.
Well, I mean, you were almost an adult.
I was 8. I just turned 18.
Okay, so you were an adult.
I was, and I was used to bossing you guys around.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, okay.
That wasn't it.
All
it
right.
was the stress of like landing, getting off the plane, finding the locker, and then getting whatever was in it, and then getting on the next plane. And Dallas Airport's huge.
Dallas Airport is
huge.
DFW is a nightmare now. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only whatever.
Anyway,
40 years ago.
Yeah. And then I don't even remember if we flew into San Jose or San Francisco, but I'm assuming like one of our grandparents picked us up. Because I didn't have a car.
You don't even remember.
I don't remember who picked us up. Do you?
We took the train.
We did not take the train.
Oh,
someone picked us up. I just don't know who.
I don't remember this.
No.
I don't remember any of this.
Wow.
That is insane.
Yeah. It was. I don't think it's that crazy of a story.
No,
but
this is probably. That's what I was just thinking. Was this is probably. I mean, who knows how many people are going to hear this? Like 4.
I know.
But I'm kidding. But
it's
like,
okay.
But whenever it gets out, people are like, "Yeah, shit, like big deal, dude. My parents, sent me from whatever in the back of a pickup truck from Ensenada across the border, you know."
But like, you couldn't do it now. Like my point is like none of that would happen now. The 80s
I did not know you took us all the way back.
Yeah, and then I mean, if you think about it, like they wouldn't have known. We couldn't call them on a cell phone. We couldn't. Let them know that we made it. Hey,
Mugs could have just been picked off by like a trafficker.
I mean, they would not have known that we landed and got home until we actually got home to a telephone to call them, which we did not do because there was no phone to call in Mexico. So they just stuck us like, hey. I'm hoping they, rode with us in the taxi to the airport in Cancun, but I don't know. Maybe they just...
I'm sure one of them did.
Had a margarita and called the taxi and said, hey, I hope maybe we'll see our kids again. I don't know.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's crazy. I think it's a little crazy. And I would just never think to do any of that stuff, but that's why we survived. I guess.
That's blowing my mind. This is the first time I'm hearing this part.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I almost flunked Algebra 2. because I was gone for 2 weeks and did not have a fucking clue how to do algebra. And I couldn't cheat my way through the homework that was due. And yeah, so I think I begged the teacher for a C because I had an A that would offset it.
Oh
I mean, I think I really did go in there and beg him, like, I can't go to college if you don't give me a C.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
So our parents put your college admission in jeopardy for the good of the family.
For the good of the family. Well,
and wait, so back up. So Paul found the locker?
He did. He found the locker. We got the shit.
You know why?
And then we came home.
Because he thought there was something really valuable in there.
Maybe.
What was it?
I don't know. And he doesn't remember that at all. But,
does mom know anything about that?
I don't know. Probably not. But
I'm going to ask her.
Paul had like a look when he got stressed. He had a look on his face that I remember to this day. And he was stressed. He was so stressed. It was, yeah.
I'm going to ask her.
I know.
I'm going to ask her, what was it?
Yeah.
And she won't remember.
She's not going to know. Probably nobody knew. Who knew what the truth was anyway? I mean, who knows?
So we have to ask Dad.
Mm,
He won't even tell me.
You can ask him.
Oh, I'll try. You know what? I will try. I will try.
You should.
I will try to pull that from him.
You should.
That is one.
I mean, it's not crazy, but it's not a normal vacation. And then, so I would like to.
It's probably just the key to like the Suburban or something that like, no.
I have no idea.
Oh
I mean,
God.
I don't know.
Like now I have to know.
I don't know what it was, but
I have to know.
But I also think that it would be a fun episode to talk to you and Richard and me and talk about all the cabin parties, like the craziest cabin parties, because we mentioned the mountain cabin that we grew up going to. And then once we were all 18, we all had our big parties there.
I have some things.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you.
Yep. That was fun. Jump in. Go ahead.
All right. Well, this vacation probably starts like anyone's family vacation. You are all excited, getting in the station wagon with the backwards facing seats in the back, and you're going with your cousins. And so, it all started on this. We're all going to South Shore in Lake Tahoe. And, this time it's with the Borellis. And my parents had gotten this place when they each put $17,500 down, my family and the other family, to get this cabin. And right on the water. To buy it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they bought it. And this was going to be the great vacation home. But after 2 years, my mom had it and sold the other half to my dad's first cousin, Louie.
Okay.
Because she'd had it. But we were all excited, and we're going with the Borellis.
Okay.
And so all us kids are in the car. We get out there. It's phenomenal. Beautiful weather, like anything else. And we decided, let's have a fun day down on the shore, and we're just going to have fun and play. My dad and my Uncle Frank loved to sit out on the deck and just enjoy the sun. They would just lie in a chaise lounge with their shorts and their full, short sleeve shirts, but button up. And they would just sit there and just enjoy the sun, fall asleep. And so us kids were down below. And my dad had a Zenith radio, and we were getting the local channels. And my dad decides to record us. So we're down there and he's recording us. And all of a sudden, the song Kung Fu Fighting comes on the radio. And it's almost like we were all on cue.
Yeah.
Like, we looked at each other like, this is it.
And everyone loved that song. Yeah.
Because we all watched Kung Fu on TV.
Yeah.
We're growing up with this big song on the radio, top 10. And so we all get into our, Kung Fu positions, like we all know karate, or hapkido, so we're all ready to go. And we start doing it. My dad's filming with 8mm My dad was big into photos and movies and filming. He always had to have the best equipment. That was like his thing. And it's kind of great because when you look back, you're like, wow, I'm 60 now and I've got movies when I'm little, and so it was probably 1975. I was probably 10. And the oldest of us was probably my cousin Carla. At the time, she was like 12 or 13. And the youngest was my cousin Steve, who was probably 6. And so Gia, my sister Claire, my brother Pete, and then little Frank Borelli. And so, we all go out there, we're all playing, we're having a ball, and my dad's recording us. So as soon as we know he's recording, we're so dramatic. We're almost doing it like stop action. And nobody's getting hurt. We're all, throwing blows like they would in the movies. Totally fake. But, we're reacting, we're throwing our heads back like we just got hit. My dad's having a ball. He's egging us on. And so we're doing the whole thing. Get exhausted. We're like, okay, we're all done with that. And we're hanging out, just playing on the beach, having a good time. And we get called in for dinner. We all go in. It's all normal. And then, it's time for the adults to have their cocktails and everything. So us kids decide, let's start exploring around. Well, one of the great things about this old cabin was it was owned by a retired general, military gentleman who had this attic. And so we go up into the attic. There are maps in there of battles, like the size of a table. Oh my gosh. We're talking like 4 feet by 6 feet maps, just laid out, all kinds of stuff, battle maps.
Even though your parents had bought the cabin, he hadn't taken that stuff.
No, I think he passed away and they got this cabin. All this stuff was left upstairs and nobody cared about it. Louis didn't care about it. Teresa, his wife, didn't care. And their kids were younger than us. But I think Frank was just a year younger than me, but we wouldn't go up together with just them. We would sometimes, and then sometimes they'd bring their cousins and friends, and we would do the same. And this time we were there with the Borellis, and so my Uncle Frank is classic because he's an attorney. And so, you would think he's smarter than everybody else, but he's one of those guys that love just going along with everything. And that evening, they're all drinking, and so we go upstairs, and we're going through everything. There were photographs of people that were dead in the war.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy stuff. And we're looking through all these photographs.
Oh my gosh.
And a side note, I had taken some of those home and took them to school and they got confiscated. Because if you can imagine in 75, when I'm like 10 years old, Vietnam War is coming to an end. And here are these photographs of dead bodies. And what they would do is they take the shirt and pull it over the face. So you didn't see the face, which I guess, well, that's nice to not show a dead face. But there was even pictures where they piled up bodies and the soldiers would put their foot on top. Now, these photographs were from the Korean War. They were not from the Vietnam War. But all that's going on, so you can understand the whole sentiment and the country's crazy. And this was not cool. And us kids not knowing any better, we're just like, whoa, look at this. The guy's got a gun and he's standing on top of a pile of dead bodies.
Gosh.
And so we're experiencing this unfiltered. And as we're cruising around, I guess it would have to be me that would find this box, but I find a box.
Well, you're the oldest boy in the group.
I am.
So
I'm the oldest
it makes
boy.
sense.
The other 2 girls are older than me, and then the third girl's younger, but the other 3 boys are younger than me. So, but I do find a box, and it's Playboys. And
you hit the
jackpot. But we're all up there, and as soon as I find them, I think the way it went was I kind of let everybody know, whoa, you won't believe what these are. And so we start looking through them. Well, I had seen them before at 2 places. I once had found some in the boys' bathroom at my grandmother's where my uncle's had a room and then my dad was on the other side. And it was in a rack with regular men. And I had found him with my buddy Mark when he and I won't say his last name, but when he and I were kids, because his dad would keep him under the bed. So I've seen a couple, and we're talking so tame by today's standards. But they're nude girls. And so we're all excited. So we all start looking at magazines and we're passing them out.
Oh my gosh.
And we decide to sneak them. And there's all these twin beds that are down below, and they're set up so that you could bring a bunch of people over there.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think there's like 3, if not 4 beds at least in a row that are set up. And so us kids are all on the edge of the bed, sitting, reading these magazines. And my dad hears the commotion, what's going on, and he sees what we're doing, and he looks, and he goes and he gets a camera.
Oh my God.
And he comes back, and this is, that Super 8.
Yeah.
Color film, and we have this to this day.
Oh my God.
And what he does was, we're all sitting there. The funniest is Steve. He's the 6-year-old.
Oh my God.
Sitting there with a magazine. And I'm
with
sure
his eyes popping out.
Yeah, that's what's so funny is, and the girls, every girl had one, and they're all like, whoa, look at this.
Yeah.
And these magazines had to be from like the late 50s. Because they were so outdated. They were early Playboys, like that first came out. I mean, sadly, I wish I still have some of that stuff because it's probably worth money.
It probably is.
But I'm sure all that stuff got thrown away quickly. But my dad and my Uncle Frank are laughing, and they're and it's like it doesn't even affect us.
Yeah.
Because we look up and we see now that we've got this camera filming us, and there's literally 7 kids lined up on 4 beds looking at Playboys and thumbing through them. And they're having a ball. Everybody's smoking upstairs, and they're just filming us.
Oh, my gosh.
Sitting on the beds. And I want to say, I don't remember if it was Frank or Steve, but had the centerfold pulled out like all the way, like, and was trying to show it like, look at this, because they were recording with the camera. And I'm thinking, like, how, now I look back, how did you even get that crap, dropped off at a Photoshop place where they're going to print out your film and your movies, because my dad's taking photographs of movies.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just, but it's so innocent because we're kids.
Yeah.
But yet they're letting us look at these things. And eventually.
And they think it's funny. They think it's great.
They do. And eventually my mother and my aunt figured out what was going on.
Oh
and
my gosh.
That put a stop to it immediately. But,
why is it always dad? Can I ask you, why is it always dads that think anything's a good idea?
Well, here's the thing, because I don't think they ever grow up.
Yeah.
The majority of them. Yeah,
you're right.
And I'm not as bad as my dad was, but I catch myself all the time. Yeah. Because we saw my mom's movies from when they went on their honeymoon. And this is 1959.
Wow.
And my dad likes to tell a story that they were friends, my mom and my dad, but he never liked her as like a girl because they grew up together since they were in first grade or whatever. They were always in school together till they went to high school. They went to different high schools.
Okay.
And my mom went to Hollister, and one year she went to, I think, Santa Catalina. But my father, they sent him to live at the high school, which was probably the smartest move. Get rid of one of your 3 boys, send them to San Jose to go to Bellarmine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So when he came back from college, he saw my mom, and he just was like, whoa, my mom got a body, in college, and was like, he couldn't believe it. Like, whoa, who's this?
Such
this is
a personality,
my little friend,
Yeah.
And so, so we look at my mom's movies, and my mom's so upset because my dad's zooming in with the zoom on her ass.
Oh my!
Like she's walking and she's wearing those tight pants from '59, and that go up over the top of the ankles. You're seeing almost the calf.
Yeah.
And my dad's going in and out on the butt. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh my gosh.
And many other ones when she's lying down in her bikini on a chaise, and he's zooming in on her, and she's trying to block the sun and waving him off, like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm figuring they're 21 when they got married, which is crazy because that's young.
It's young.
And that's just his mentality.
Yeah.
And at this time, he didn't have me till 27. So you got to figure he's 37 at least, if not 38 years old.
When he's filming
all these kids looking at Playboys. And my Uncle Frank, none the wiser because, he's not trying to stop it. He's having a cigarette laughing at us. And I so remember the 2 of them because I'm old enough to think this is funny too. Like, oh yeah. But I'm not believing that we're getting to look at these without hiding them.
Yeah.
And I just think that's part of that generation. Like and of course the mothers got all mad, like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
But the girls were giddy and laughing. They thought it was hilarious that this girl's butt's hanging out. And different pictures. And because these are things you weren't really ever going to do or
Right.
ever do it in front of anyone.
Right.
You know, you might get
Exactly.
dressed in the bathroom, but
Right.
nobody's taking photos of you
No.
bending over with your cheeks out.
No.
So yeah, so
No.
it was just a real kick in the pants. And honestly, I wish I can say other than, you know, we would fish for crawdads down at the shore, the crayfish, you know,
Yeah.
look like little tiny lobsters. We would use salami and tie them to a
Uh-huh.
string and throw it out there and get 4 or 5 at a time. And we'd pull them in. And back then, I guess the water wasn't polluted. Like now, Tahoe, it's kind of a deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would boil them. My dad would put them in salad. Or
Yeah.
we'd sit there and eat them.
Yeah.
With
fun.
like tartar sauce. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it was a lot of fun back then. And I guess you could get away with stuff because, you know, pretending you're fighting and making fun of an Asian martial art on film and, you know, that kind of stuff, which nowadays people would just think this is not cool. And, you know, the whole naked stuff, because, you know, years later, when we're in our neighborhood, we would find them. My mother would go and pick up recycle bins for Sacred Heart School. And we'd go bring them to get recycled for the newspapers. And we'd inevitably always come across Playboy's Penthouse and us kids, because we were the helpers. Me and one of my friends, because his mom did the same thing. He's the one that we found some at his house. We would like see them and like look at each other and sneak them, hide them in the car.
Yes.
We're dropping off.
Yeah.
So we ended up creating a fort over where they used to have a drive-in movie next to K&S Market. Which became, I don't know, now it's the Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
But in the field there where there's all condos now, we used to have a fort and we'd keep all these that we would find in the recycle bins. And kids would come over there and just sit there and read their nudie magazines.
You were the porn shop for that neighborhood.
And exactly. And a matter of fact, your youngest brother was one of the kids that was in that generation of way too little to be coming over there.
Yes.
But him and my brother Rico and them would want to go because the 13 to 15-year-olds were hanging out there.
Yeah.
And they're like the 5-year-olds that sneak over there and want to see what the boys are doing.
Exactly.
And because, you know, I'm sure you remember stories of when your brother got in trouble with my younger brother.
I do remember that story. Yep.
So where the fire department has to come to the neighborhood and show us a movie because the kids are trying to stomp out a fire with them all peeing on it at the same time.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean,
I love that story. That's a great story. That was, I think that's a good indication of the Generation X and what our parents let us do. And
we're out starting fires in the middle of an empty lot, you know.
I mean, the stuff my brothers did that my mom just had no idea. I'm sure it was the same with yours, but you're like, I can't believe we made it through that. I mean, especially the way we protect our kids now, which is a great thing. I'm not knocking that.
We protected each other.
Well,
I think as kids, we kind of looked out for each other.
Yeah.
And we weren't worried about the parents because the parents just let us do whatever. And I remember both my buddy Mark and I getting jobs right before we turned 15, and we're underage. We didn't have work permits. We worked at what back then was still called Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And after we'd get off work, it would be like almost 11 o'clock at night. And he and I would be on our little 10-speed bicycles riding with 2 buckets of chicken and going hands-free through the cannery. You know, going down Sally through the cannery with 2 buckets each because it was our job to make sure we cleaned everything up, and we would take the last of the chicken home, and we'd also accidentally cook more chicken right before closing. And, you know, Mrs. Pedrazzi, not a huge fan of that, but we would take it home. She'd say, you guys take home whatever. So we would bring it home and we'd watch 2 episodes from 11 to midnight of the Twilight Zone. And my mom would let every kid in the neighborhood come over, and everybody came. All these kids were young. They were way younger than me. Yeah. Maybe 8, 9, 10. And they're eating chicken at midnight, watching the Twilight Zone. It's a Felice family. So that's summers. And,
it's pretty.
Yeah, so maybe Playboys and being recorded with girls and boys under the age of 13. Maybe that's not so bad.
You know what? That sounds like the best vacation that you could have had. I can't even imagine what would have been better. Maybe throwing unlimited ice cream or candy or something, but Playboy, your cousins.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
Fighting on film.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks for sharing that story.
Well, thanks for letting me.
Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. Special thanks to Crazy D, my brother Nick, and Joe Felice for their memories of those crazy family vacations. Thank you for listening to Gen X TrustFall. For more information about any episode, or if you have a suggestion for a potential guest, check out our website at genxtrustfall.com. Gen X TrustFall is produced by me and the recording master, Ryan Loomis, at Double Banger Studio. Music by Ryan and Sam. Website and advisory by Amy Clifford.